The Zionists want Barack to bomb Iran. Daniel Pipes, I don't know whether you've heard of him. He wrote an article and he said, I never voted for Barack. He said, but if he wants to save his presidency, instructions, bomb Iran. Now they're building up the public for the next war. Listen. The same way they built it up against Iraq, and you never found any weapons of mass destruction. Remember what they did to Colin Powell. What did they do? He got skewed intelligence. See how they use a black man? Because he had a good reputation with white folks. His reputation wasn't that good with us. But he did have a good reputation with white folks. Now, yes, I don't think he's been a good man. I saw what he did in Panama, what they did in Grenada. Y'all forget too easy. See, when they bring a black man up into power, they bring him up into power to use him to sanction what they're about to do, what they're gonna do, and put a black face on it so you can be deceived into believing that this is what you should be a part of. But as long as I'm here, I will tell you the truth. Then you can do with it what you will. As they use Colin Powell, the intelligence community, listen, skewed the information to fit a policy that was out of the State Department and out of the White House. They wanted to take care of Saddam. Now, next Sunday, I will show you, listen, the military maneuvers of this country all over the world. They are preparing for war. They are preparing now for war. And you will be the ones who don't have any job, need some money, and they'll make you a promise to join the Army, the Navy, see the world, and come back in a body bag, because when you leave, you're not coming home, not alive. This is the end. Next week, I'll go into the war. Just to close this point, they're getting ready to use Barack. And this is sad because he's dependent on any advice that he gets from the military. You notice how he upped the troops? The military don't like it if you're not going to have a heavy budget for the military. Check out what they spend for education, and check out what they spend for weapons. They're not interested in cultivating you. It's a war machine up there, and poor brother is in the midst of that. He's in trouble, and he needs our prayers. But here's the closing punch. 4 presidents were killed, starting with Abraham Lincoln, whom he loves. He went to Springfield to announce his run. He drove the route that President Lincoln drove. He admires Abraham Lincoln, but the international bankers have always wanted to take over the coining of the wealth of America. They were in America from the house of Rothschild. They use other names, the Illuminati, the this, the that, but it's the house of Rothschild. Rothschild was such a powerful person. He said he didn't care who made the laws as long as he controlled the wealth. And the house of Rothschild, they backed both sides in the Civil War. And Abraham Lincoln had the testicular fortitude to print up some money called the greenbacks. Now he was interfering with the international bankers. Yes, they killed him over, freeing the slave, but they already had a plan. Don't think that they freed you. Hell no. You know what they did? They bound you to the land after you were free in a slave thing. They call it sharecropping. And guess who made Goldman Sachs rich? Guess who made Lehman Brothers rich? Did you know that Lehman Brothers was a slave baron in Alabama? And he had so many slaves picking so much cotton that he was over all the cotton coming out of Alabama. And then when he made so much money, he then got into banking. Goldman Sachs was backed by Rothschild, the house of Rothschild. That's Rockefeller and the boys. And Farad Muhammad, when he was 6 years old, he saw himself pushing the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Rothschilds into a lake of fire. He gonna kill them all. Now I said it. They have sucked the blood of America and the world, and for the first time, common people are angry with bankers. Then there was McKinley. That's right. And then there was Garfield. And then there was John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Did you know that he signed an executive order 1110, and he started printing money backed by silver, and the international bankers went crazy? He started pulling troops out of Vietnam, and that meant he was a signal that he was going to end the war in Vietnam, which that would mean that the war industry in America, which Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan Chase, they all got ownership into all of that. Tell it all. Oh man, look, y'all got to forgive me. But I knew what this day was going to bring. I have to tell it, and I know that they'll be angry and they're coming after me. But I just want to tell you, God is coming after you. So as I leave you, skewed information coming to Barack, and his pretty black face used to say something about war with Iran. And you, I know what's going to happen. I can't join him in that one. I can't back him in that. So I'm asking the president, will you sign an executive order like Franklin Delano Roosevelt did against Elijah Muhammad, to take him off the street because he couldn't stand his voice when America was prosecuting a war. I can't back you in a lie. I know what the real war is. Ain't got nothing to do with terrorism. That's the cover. Underneath that, it is a war against Islam. And anytime you want to live with God ruling your life and not them, they're angry with that. So, brother, I hope you won't be like Pilate. Because I know the Pharisees and the Sadducees, they had power with the Roman authorities. And you have a Congress that can't vote on nothing together. But whenever something comes up that Israel does not like, Democrats and Republicans vote together because the Congress is controlled. You don't have a government that's really for you.